What's up, y'all? It's another episode of the Rapper Cat Podcast. I got a special guest with me today, Miss Ashley Williams, CEO of Nude Essentials. So go ahead and tell us what you're about.
All right. Hi, everybody. So my name is Ashley Williams. I am the CEO of Nude Essentials. I also am on YouTube at the Ashley Tamara, so you guys can subscribe to me there. What else do I have going on? So I'm on Instagram. I'm trying to build my brand. Nude Essentials is my baby. I also have another business called Royale Loungewear that I'm getting ready to relaunch this year. So stay tuned for that. You can follow me on social media at the Ashley Tamara and stay tuned.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to give you, just to kind of, break that ice, is a top three. So since you got a lot going on, give me your top three goals for your career.
My top three goals for my career? Okay, so I'm gonna say my top three goals for my entrepreneurial career rather than professional, because I don't plan on having a professional career for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I would say I want Nude Essentials to be like nationwide, like in stores within the next 10 years, which is a little bit more attainable than like 2.
Yeah.
I think, what's another goal that I have? Another goal for Nude Essentials would be to have my own storefront eventually. I don't have a time limit on that. I just want that to happen. And then also I want, my biggest goal is to make 6 figures by the time I'm 30. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, those are my goals.
Yeah, that was one of mine, to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's it.
All right, so the next thing that we're going to do basically is, pick from 3. So I'm going to give you 3 topics, and I'm going to need you to choose one. We're going to talk about it the whole time.
Okay.
All right, so the first one I'm going to give you is releasing your traumas.
Okay.
The second one I'm going to give you is knowing what type of friends you have. And the third one I'm going to give you is about Nude Essentials.
The whole time? Okay. I'm going to choose Nude Essentials, but I'm going to ask if we can talk about one of the other ones.
All right, cool. Yeah. We'll mix it up. All right, so.
That's the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so go ahead. My first question to you is basically, how did you get started? Like, what made you want to do skincare products?
Okay, so first of all, I have eczema, and my son has eczema. But I have it worse than him. I have it on my hands. And when he was I think he was like 18 months or almost 2, he had eczema like on his legs. And I used to use hydrocortisone, like cortisone 10, that you can get from like a Rite Aid or CVS or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's a steroid cream. But I was like weary of using a steroid cream on a little, like on a baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how that's going to affect him. I don't know what that's going to look like in him. So I was like, I'm just going to have to make a natural something that's not going to break my pockets. And I know if he gets into it, it won't be a problem, So that's where Nude Essentials like started. And then I remember I was walking in Walgreens, and it was like during Christmas time. And I saw these, like the gift sets, like the skincare gift sets, little cheap ones that's like $10 or whatever. And I was like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. Oh, I'm gonna do that. And then that was it.
Oh wow. So what was your process like whenever you started telling people, hey, I do this natural skincare line, like you should try it out? Where people like, girl, I don't want none of that like skin crack. I just want the real thing. I'm gonna go get some Neutrogena or something like that.
So I had when you start a business and your name is not like big. So I was never popular. Never popular in school. Wasn't super popular in college. Like I had friends, but I wasn't like one of the popular people. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have like a whole lot of people who were like, oh yeah, let me get in that. Oh yeah, she's dope. Let me do that. So I had to work. I had to work for it. So like I had some people who were willing to like actually try it, like when I was actually trying to get it out there, I started with like little sample sizes, like $3 sizes. Try it, let me know what you think. And I got more support from strangers, which is usually true in like when you're trying to be an entrepreneur. You get more support from strangers because, you know, they random people, they just want to see people win, versus people you know who are like, oh, girl, go to work. What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So I really had to work for that, but the response initially was a little wishy-washy, if I'm honest. It was a little wishy-washy, but now I got friends hit me up. I got people from high school hit me up. I got people telling me good things, and I'm like, we wasn't even cool, but okay, that's fine.
That's normally how it goes.
All the support is there. I'm here for it, you know? Yeah.
So what's your vision for Nude Essentials then?
Okay, I feel like that's really broad.
So if you were to pitch your brand to somebody like Jay-Z or to somebody like Diddy, what would you say you see people using Nude Essentials for? What would you say is really like the focal point of your brand?
Okay, so I would say that Nude Essentials is for healthy skin. I feel like a lot of skincare brands promote like you looking younger or a quick fix for like quick acne fixes or you know, something to make your skin look good versus your skin actually being good.
Yeah.
So that's my focus, and I think that's a little bit different than a lot of other skincare brands and a lot of other businesses out there that do skincare, is that they only focus on the look. And I'm actually trying to get people to understand that you need your skin to be healthy in order for it to look good.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that's the focus of Nude Essentials, the health of your skin.
So in that, with healthy skin, there's a process. So what's your process like? Because, you know, I just recently scrolled through there again because I like the whipped butter. Yeah, I like that a lot. So what's your process when you're making the ingredients? Is it like, all right, like I can use this, I did research on this might work, like let me try this? Like how much of that goes into it?
That's exactly what I do. So when I went to, when I started with the whipped triple butter, I had to research the ingredients. So in that it's shea butter, mango butter, cocoa butter, coconut oil, olive oil, and I used essential oils. So shea butter is like a catch-all. That's the most commonly used butter in natural skincare products. So with shea butter, it's really nurturing for your skin. It provides nutrients to your skin. When I decided to use coconut oil has antioxidant properties and also antibacterial properties, so it helps keep your skin clean. Okay. Right?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was like, I'm lost.
Yeah, and then cocoa butter, that helps even your skin tone, right? With hyperpigmentation and things like that, that's a lot of people would say is bad for their skin, or because their skin is having reactions to certain things, that helps even it out and kind of pull almost detoxifies your skin. Yeah. So that's what I think about when I'm trying to, when I'm making a product or I'm thinking about experimenting with another product. Like you have to do the research on the ingredients first, because all of the ingredients don't always mesh together. So you have to make sure that what you're trying to do will work for what you're trying to make it work for. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the biggest process before I actually get into mixing in the kitchen. You got to do research.
So where do you get your ideas from? Because I know you have, of course, like there's some scents and some things that are just natural that all people love, like the lavender, like the eucalyptus. So how do you get into what you're going to do next, as far as what ingredients or what scent you're going to do next?
So I try to keep my scents more purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
So the tea tree oil scent is because I use tea tree essential oil,
mm-hmm.
which is it helps calm and soothe your skin.
Mm-hmm.
So that scent that I use is because of the purpose of the tea tree oil,
mm-hmm.
right? Lavender has calming effects, which is why I use lavender. People just happen to like how it smells.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like the holidays that I used, like when I did the holidays in the past, I would use fragrance oils, like natural fragrance oils,
mm-hmm.
Just to spice it up a little bit. Like
mm-hmm.
last year, like during Christmas, I did something called ginger doodle, which was like gingerbread and snickerdoodle.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a hit. The year before, I did the gingerbread, so that was like my holiday scent.
Mm-hmm.
And during like October and November for like the fall months, what did I do? I think I did like an apple pie, apple harvest type of thing,
mm-hmm.
and then cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of try to keep it seasonal, but I think going forward, I'm just gonna keep it purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
I think going forward, instead of switching it with the holidays, I think I'm gonna just do like sales for the holidays,
mm-hmm.
and keep the products intact.
So because you're a businesswoman and just making all these decisions, and you deal directly in skincare and retail,
mm-hmm.
how do you make those business decisions like, okay, this was a hit, but I'm not going to do it again, or I'm not going to bring it back next year? How do you make that decision in deciphering, okay, do I go get this money and just suck it up with the time it takes to make it, or I just, bring something new out or make it more essential?
It's a balance.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a balance. So if it's not profitable,
mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it. If it costs me more money to make something happen
mm-hmm.
than I got back, unless it's for like a good cause or something
mm-hmm.
like that, I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not cost efficient,
yeah.
right? If it's a hit and people are telling me that they like it and I'm getting good reviews on it,
mm-hmm.
then there's no reason for me to not continue to do it, unless it's like I don't feel it like in my spirit to keep doing that. You know
mm-hmm.
what I mean? If I want to switch it, like I move a lot of the times by my intuition
mm-hmm.
and what's in my heart for me to do with the skincare. You know what I mean? So, like at first, I almost didn't want to keep doing my scrubs because they were not a hit initially.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of reformulated it, and then they started picking up again.
Okay.
So it depends on the feedback that I'm getting, and if that feedback is if it's matching the cost efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely a balance.
So how do you do your finances? Because it sounds like a lot, like in terms of balancing everything, making sure you're cost efficient. Do you have like your own bookkeeper, or do you do everything and you just sort it out?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I have not been super organized with that. I've been doing it myself, but I'm going to start using QuickBooks, because QuickBooks is really user friendly. I used to use QuickBooks. I don't actually remember why I stopped using it, but it's really user friendly. Mm-hmm. And as long as you log everything in it, it'll keep everything. It'll keep track of it for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I always have like 50 million things like on my plate or that I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be accurate. 50 million things that I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like one less thing that I wouldn't have to worry about. So yeah, QuickBooks. Y'all do QuickBooks. Don't
I need something like QuickBooks, because that's the same thing with me. I got a whole bunch going on, and I'm trying to figure everything out, my notes and stuff that I jotted down, and I'm like,
pen and paper is more comfortable for me to do things with, but it's not efficient.
It's not efficient at all, because I'll be losing papers, I'll put it in the wrong spot, and I'll be looking for it for weeks, and I'm like, I lost that idea now. I don't have it anymore. So, man, so Nude Essentials, where did you get the name Nude Essentials? Like, was it just you looking at a color? Was it just like a feel? Were you inspired by anything?
No. So Nude Essentials kind of came out because I was trying to think of like, I wanted it to say that the ingredients like are, or the product is the ingredients, like it's transparent.
Okay.
And I didn't want to say naked. I didn't want to say transparent. So nude was like the best catch-all for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that you know what you see is what you get.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then essentials was just because you need it. You need this in your life. So, with that, yeah.
So, who's your inspiration in the skincare business that you kind of look up to, or that you kind of get ideas from, or?
So my inspiration is actually not even in the skincare business.
Oh,
she
wow.
is in hair care, and her name is Courtney Adelaide, and her brand is The Main Choice.
The Main Choice.
Yeah, so
I
she's
love that
in.
name.
She's in Target. She's in Walmart. She's in Sally's. She's in, she got into retail, I think maybe 3 years ago, but she started because she was a YouTuber. She was on YouTube at first for a couple of years, and she was like a hair guru type of person. And she like mixed her stuff in her kitchen, and she was like on one video, she was like, "Y'all, I think I did something with this. I think I did it." And her hair grew from like here to like down her back.
Dang.
And in 6 years, she went from being on YouTube, a $500 investment, to a multimillionaire. She turned The Main Choice from a private owned company to a public entity. So like she has like stocks in that company now, and she still owns majority of it, but you know what I'm saying? Like people are buying into her company. She has like 3 different branches off of The Main Choice now. So Courtney Adelaide is it. Okay.
Oh wow.
She did it with like 3. I think she has 3 kids when she started, and like she just turned 30, like maybe 2 years ago. That's my inspiration. She did that in less than 10 years. She did that. So,
that's
yes.
crazy. Her turnaround time for 3 years, and you turned into a millionaire off of just freestyling.
Yeah, man, she did amazing. She did it. And I remember I started following her on Instagram. I started following The Main Choice when I was in high school. I wasn't even in college yet. And like I bought the stuff and I loved the stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep using this. And then I've been following her ever since. Like she's been on The Real. She's been on, I don't know if she's been on Good Morning America, but she's been on all those shows. So definitely.
Yeah, that's a big inspiration even for me.
Yeah, with the I was here for so I love her. She's amazing. She's really, really amazing.
Yeah. So with your brand, do you have a team? Because I know I barely have one. It's like this big.
Yeah.
I got 3 people that consistently, 4 or 5 people that consistently help me.
Yeah, I don't have a team. I do pretty much everything by myself. Justin helps me here and there with like, you know, setting me up with you. You know what I mean? But other than that, I do everything myself. So the ingredients, the mixing, the packaging, the designing. Like I did my own label. my own logo and my labels, and shipping and all that. Yeah. So
how do you even balance that? Because you're a mother and you're a CEO, and you have regular work, and then you have your life outside of all that.
I don't have a life outside of that. I don't go nowhere. I don't have like a really big social life, and that is by choice. Just because it's a lot. Plus it's COVID, so I don't have to, like I'm not doing all that. But as far as like actually balancing everything, it can be hard. Like it's never easy, especially being a parent. But I work 9 to 5. Like the last 2-3 days, I've been working on like new labels.
Yeah.
New labels and new packaging. So like get off at 5, go get my kid, we get back, and then like from the time that we get back home, you know, with eating and stuff in between until like 10 o'clock, I'm like working on designing and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out like what I need to do. So
you did your own logo? So you figured all this stuff out by yourself?
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What did you use to make your logo and
I just use the app on my phone. I'm not well versed in Photoshop. So I use So if you run a business and you don't have all of the capital in the world, you can use Canva to do your logo or your labels. You can use PixArt for, graphic designs for like your Instagram for your feed, which is important if your business is like online based. And what is the other one that I use? So like for some videos, like promo videos, sometimes that I do, I use either Splice or Video Leap, and all of those are free. They all have pro options. I don't do that. So free stuff.
Wow,
yeah.
I feel like everybody just has some type of like hookup or somebody that they knew, and they just like, oh yeah, I can send it to them. Boom, boom, I can do this.
Nope. Like I know people who do graphic design, but because I know they're good at it, I would want to pay them, and I don't have the funds to pay them because they're worth it. So I'm like, I'm gonna just have to thug it out by myself. Like,
exactly.
I can ask them if they like it, if it's anything that I should change. But I did it all by myself.
I do like what you said too when you were like, I don't got the money to pay them, and I know they worth paying.
Yes.
Because so many people expect
something for nothing, and that blows my. It's terrible. Like you have to pay people. Everybody's trying to get up, so you can't expect people who have paid for their inventory or their whatever they have to just give you something for free just because y'all are cool. Like no, like I'm not doing anything for free. Like if it's a mutual gain, okay, we can do that, but not, you got to pay people what they're worth. Like that's not fair for you to not do that. You know what I mean?
I was literally just having this conversation before I came in here
talking
about that. So I was like, wow, that's crazy because, you know what I'm saying, we all harp on the idea of we being family or we being real close friends, but it's like, why wouldn't I invest this $35 now?
Right.
When later on, if you get rich, you could just send me a package for free.
Exactly.
And I'm good for whatever. Like, you can send me in a book, hey, here's like a year in advance for all the stuff that you like. And I'm like, all right, cool, like, whatever. And then that's free promo. That's somebody that you have logged down and you like, I don't got to worry about them not doing whatever. They supported me all these years.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna just show love.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's just nice to support somebody that you know. That you know, and that they're gonna do something with it. You know what I mean? Like just support people. Like it ain't hard to do. It costs you $20.
Exactly. And you spend $20 on Nike. You spend $20 on Adidas.
You spend $20 on food. I spend $20 on food.
I spend $20
like
on
it's
food,
easy. Like just give the $20 to them and you'll make their day. You know what I'm saying? Because then they got a sale and it's just, I don't know. It's easy. Give people what they're worth.
And on top of that, I don't think people really understand how finances work when you run a business. So it's like, if I give you something for free,
I was just saying that.
I'm about to lose double because I'm paying for your paying for you to have something for free, and then I'm losing my profit.
Exactly.
So I'm like, that's why I was literally just explaining it. I'm in the car, like, I know I was looking crazy driving because I'm with my AirPods in, and I'm just like, like gripping the steering wheel, and I'm just like, they don't understand, like, you're not gonna get that same profit, like, just because you might get $1,000 in sale, but it cost you $600 to even put it all out. Yep. So really, you made $400, and you got to slice that and be like, I got to put that back in and go buy more stuff, and the other $200 I'm gonna just keep until I get some more on top of that because of whatever. But it's a sticky and tricky thing because you don't want to step on anybody's toes, but at the same point you want to always be like, this is my standard, like this is a luxury brand. Exactly. You have to have boundaries. You have to have boundaries, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do with Nude Essentials is make it I want people to understand that it's going to be an affordable luxury brand. You know what I mean? So you gotta pay for that. That's not cheap to do. You know? Being healthy isn't cheap, and it's worth it. It's not even like, the products are crap. Like, it's worth it. It helps you. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't you want to pay for that? Yeah, I don't think people realize how much it costs to really take care of yourself. Like, for you to go, your body to be in shape, for your skin to be in order, for your teeth to be clean, for you to have to pay for soap and all that. Like, it costs money. Like, nothing. You can't walk in the store and be like, I just need some soap, and they're like, okay, yeah, take it off the shelf. Or like, I need some face wash. Yeah, go ahead, take it off the shelf. Go ahead. Like, we know you need it. Like, yeah, we know you need it. That's why you're gonna pay for it. Like, it costs to take care of yourself. It costs to look good. Like, and it's gonna be money and it's gonna be sacrifices. So y'all gotta understand that the business people can't just be sending y'all free stuff. But
it's a business.
Yes.
This is not a side hustle.
Yes.
This is a business with books and taxes. Like,
exactly. I need that right
off. This is real life.
But I do like how you do samples for like first time people and stuff like that, and it's like, all right, like, here's your sample. If you like it, come back, like, and get the real thing, and then you establish that loyalty. But some people take the sample and run with it, and they like, I'm gonna make this stretch so I don't gotta come back, or I just need another sample. Can you send me some more of this? Because my mom likes it. It's like, all right, if she like it, buy it.
Right.
Like, buy it.
Yeah. Yeah,
sure.
So I do like, sometimes I do like smaller samples. If somebody orders something, and I'll try to give them a sample of something that they didn't order, so that they get a taste of that too, and then they can try it. Or more commonly, I do like a 15% off your next purchase. And sometimes people try to like, they like, how can I explain that? How can I explain that better? So I give them the 50% off discount in their order. If I know that it's like a new customer, so that they'll want to come back, because I know that they're going to like the product, but that's just another incentive for them to come back. And then if they order again, then I'll give them like a sample of something that they didn't order, so that they keep,
That's good though. Yeah. That's good. I think that that hooks people more than a 15% off, like, to an extent. 'Cause it's like, oh, like, this is good, like, but I can only use it twice. So I used it once already. Let me not use it anymore. Like, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna get that next time instead of this, or I'm gonna get both of these next time. So yeah, her products do work for sure. I used the scrub this morning, and I used the triple whip butter this morning too, when I put lotion on my arms and all that. Cause
good.
I got eczema too on my back. So yeah, I was born with it. So I'm like, this definitely helps. The more moisture, the better. Like, to really help with your skin. So let's dive into one of these topics real quick. So which one did you want to do? Either release your traumas or know what type of friends you have?
I want to talk about the friends.
For sure. All right, cool.
So I feel like we hear a lot about traumas, and I can talk about that forever.
Yes.
So I don't want to delve into that right now.
So basically, we all have different types of friends, and you call and you use certain friends for some things and other friends for some things. So do you think it's important to really have that distinguishment, or do you think you can kind of freestyle it?
No, you have to distinguish what kind of friends you have and how often you need to be in contact with them. Okay? Because I feel like there are levels to friendship. Everybody is not your friend that you like need, that you talk to, that you can call on all the time. Everybody is not that to you, and I feel like people make that mistake very, very often of calling people who are like acquaintances their friends and expecting those acquaintances to uphold like friendly duties. You know what I mean? So like, you have like regular acquaintances that you just see, like neighbors or something like that. You have work acquaintances that you only talk to at work. Like, if you're in school, you have school acquaintances, and that's like it. And then you have like those friends who have been your friends for like years, or if you meet a new friend, somebody who is adding positivity to your life, who is, is not draining you. You have to know this levels to this friendship thing, and people don't understand that, and they don't set boundaries for it. Yeah,
and the thing too is, like, with the levels to the friendship, it's like, you don't just start somewhere. Like, you start at a ground level. Like, I don't know you yet. Like, you don't know me yet, so I'm not gonna let you in to a certain extent. Like, you gotta show me.
Right.
You earned it. You gotta show me that I could trust you and that we can grow and we can build something. Because, I look at friendships too. I'm trying to now. As like, my mentor already said, he's like, look at things like a business transaction. So what are you getting from that person?
Right.
So if they're not giving you anything, he said that means you're getting drained, and that means you're losing. So he's like,
wow. Your mentor, smart.
Yeah, shout out to Jermaine. Shout out to Jermaine. So he really harps on that, like, hey, if you're not adding nothing, you can't be in my circle. Because he was like, we all add something, we all bring something to the table, whether that's perspective, whether that's finances, whether that's ideas. He was like, you're adding something, positivity, encouragement, whatever. You're adding something. He was like, so I'm not empty leaving your presence, but if I'm empty leaving your presence, you gotta go. Like, you gotta go, because I'm losing time and I'm losing money. He's like, time is money. Yeah. So he was like, it's the same thing. I'm losing money. He was like, I don't like to lose money.
Yeah, that's an awesome way to look at it. That is so good, because you shouldn't be associating with people who don't make you feel good, you know, when you leave them. Because like you said, that's extremely draining. And I've had friendships, like, whenever I left hanging out with a person, like, I was tired. Like, I was, like, exhausted. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, I won't hang out with that person for a couple of weeks because I can't do it. I'm not friends with that person anymore. But yeah, man, like, you want to be around people who make you feel good at the end of the day. Or at least for me, that's what's important to me, who are adding positivity, who are adding love, who are speaking life into me, because that's what I do to my friends. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
So do you feel like friends should be good for any and everything, or do you have, like, your friends broken down into categories? Like, I can call these 3 for advice, these 2 my go out friends, and when we're all together, those just whatever.
Yes. That is exactly the breakdown. So, well, okay, let me say this. So I have a friend who I would go out with sometimes. And she was not the person that I would have deep conversations with. That was not that friend. She was the go out friend. That was her job. That's what that was.
Show me a good time.
Right. Yeah. Here for a good time, not a long time. And then I have 2 friends now who I can actually talk to if, like, I was having a bad day, or I need to vent, or you know, for whatever, like the actual real friends who are, you know, close to being best friends type of things. Yeah. And then, like, I also have friends who, or acquaintances, I guess you would say, that I actually talk to about business stuff. Yeah. Because I can't talk about business stuff with everybody, because everybody doesn't understand that. You know? So, yeah, there's no catch-all for a friend, unless it's, like, your best friend. Like the one best friend. Yeah. Like, not the group of best friends.
But that one.
The one best friend is the only one that can do all of the things. But everybody else, kind of, we need to all play our parts. Because that goes for me, too. I'm not everybody's, like, I'm not the person that everybody can call on. Yeah. But I have had people call on me because I am that for them, you know? Yeah. But I'm not the go out friend. I'm not that friend to anybody anymore. Yeah. I don't do
that. So how do you handle situations? I don't know if you've had any, I know I have, but where people want to be more for you, but they don't have the capacity to, but they don't know that, and that's not their opinion. So it's like, I want to, like, whenever you having a bad day, I want to be the person you call, but it's like, what you give me ain't fulfilling what I need. How do you even handle that?
I'm trying to think if I've ever had a friend who was like, I want to be that for you, and then they just didn't show me that. I don't think I've actually ever had a friend who was like that, who wanted to be that and then just didn't have the capacity to do that. Because I feel like, I feel like the friends that I've had thought that they were that for me. So that, I don't think that they ever, like, expressed it like that, but they thought that they, like, I was, like, they were the one that I would call on and things like that. And then they weren't. Yeah, I'm not friends with that person. I'm not friends, because I can only think of one, and then maybe another one. So one person, when I was in high school, me and her are not friends anymore, and it's basically because whenever I was around her, she is one of the ones who drained me.
Yeah.
And like I know she loved me, I know she cared about me, but she had her own stuff going on, and I had my own stuff going on, so it was too much for us, so I had to pull back. And that was kind of hard because like breaking up a friendship is similar to breaking up a relationship, and a lot of people don't think that, but like you are still loving another person, and now you're not with that person all the time anymore. But I still care about her. Like I still have her on social media and stuff. We don't talk. And then the other friend, I think can still be that from a distance. So if it's really something that I feel like I can't talk to anybody else about because they might be involved, or I just need like an objective person who has no idea what's going on and can actually be honest with me and tell me. I do have one of those people. It's from a distance now. So I don't talk to her every day. I don't see her really at all anymore. But she actually can still be that for me. So it's just from a distance. And you'll have to make that known. Communication is big. You have to make sure that that's known, between it. So, and if like I think you said you had a friend like that. You gotta tell them. Like,
it was just communication. I've had a couple friends like that. It's just like you don't open up. You don't tell me this, or I feel like I don't know anything that's going on in your life, and I'm like, for one, nothing's going on, and for two, like you're just not that friend. Like the friend that I call for this, and this. Like we're cool, we're close. We're just not that. Like I have people for that already. I don't need anybody else for that. It's nothing personal, but I just don't need that. And it's that, well, why can't I be in that group? Do you not trust me? Do you not what? And I'm like, no, it don't got nothing to do with that. You're just not that for me. So we didn't talk for a minute. But,
to have that conversation, I'm sure that was difficult. That sounded difficult.
we didn't talk for months, and the other one, we're not even cool anymore. So it's like, all right, whatever. If I see you, it's still cool, but it's just not that.
It's not the same.
It's not the same at all.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So, I mean, for knowing what type of friends you have, did you just find out on your own, like through trial and error, or did you kind of meet them and hang out with them and just be like, yeah, you're not gonna be that for me. Like, you gonna be this for me.
Wait, say that one more time.
So, like, whenever you're, like, categorizing your friends, do you look at it, like, do you have to go through things with them to know, okay, you're not that person? Or do you kind of just feel it in your spirit, like, you're not going to be the person I call for advice? Like, I know you're the go-out friend, just off of having one conversation with you.
I think it's most often from my spirit. It's definitely, if I feel like you have the potential to be my real friend that I can text whenever or call whenever or like FaceTime, because I'm the type of person that I will FaceTime you on the random and I expect you to answer. So, but I don't do that to everybody. So like if I feel like I can do that with you, then I really feel like you're my friend. So if I feel like you have the potential to be that, then I'll put a little bit more effort into it, like into our friendship or, whatever. But if I feel like you're like not just from off a first impression type of thing, or just, or not even a first impression, because sometimes you can't know somebody off of a first impression, but after interacting with them, I usually know it off of the first couple of interactions. Like, and that's usually how it is for me with like people that I work with. Because I used to have this rule, like I don't make friends with people that I work with just because I want the boundary. But as I've gotten older, that's not necessarily the case. I just kind of learned that most of the people that I work with are not the type of people that I want to be my friends. So you kind of you learn that as you get older, though. In and out of friendships and all of that.
So with the venting part of it, and I'm calling the vent or whatever, do you kind of just say, I'm calling the vent, like you have some time, or you just like, as soon as you get on the phone, girl, let me tell you, like, is it one of those, or is it like, let me go ahead and make sure you straight before I just go ahead and jump into it?
It depends on the person. It depends on the person. If our relationship is that I can call you and just be like, girl, let me tell you. You know, if that's our relationship, then that's what I'll do. But that's what I'll do. But I'm trying to get in the habit more now of paying attention to what people can do, and asking them what they have the capacity for. Because somebody might have just had, you know, a bad day and don't want to hear my mess. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not talking I'm just talking because it got on my nerves. Like, no resolve. I'm not looking for a solution. I just want to tell you about this crap that, you know, made me upset. But everybody doesn't always have the capacity for that. And I've learned to be a little bit more aware of that, because I realized that when people would call me for that, I didn't have the capacity to listen to that. So then I had to for them, I'm like, okay, do you want a solution or are you just venting? What do you need from me? And so I started to let people know, okay, I don't need a solution. I just want to talk. That's it. But yeah, I have to ask sometimes. It depends on the person, because everybody's not built for that. Everybody's not built for the girl. Let me tell you, everybody's not ready for that.
Exactly. And what you said, like, is spot on. Like, I gotta ask you, do you want me to respond, or do you want to just talk and I'll be like, yeah, I feel you the whole time, or yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people would just jump into it and they think you've been, it's like, oh, you coming to me for advice, and they'll try to diagnose your problem or give you a solution. Right. And it's like, that's not what I need. I already probably know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I just need to get it out so I can, you know, just feel better about myself or whatever. So,
and that's it. Just so I can feel better about me and my irrationality. That's it.
Yeah, like, and the whole, like, you call and be like, girl, let me tell you, like, everybody's not built for that, or like, bro, like, where you at right now? Like, and he was like, I'm at the crib. What's up? I'm like, bro, go in the room. Cause I was like, go in the room. You by yourself? Go in the room. Like, you know, everybody's not built for that. Like, you do have to get, some people say it's weird, but you got to get technical with people and be like, are you good? Like, did you have a good day? Like, can we talk? I'm ready. I need to get something off my chest. And it's like, today and today. And like, some people just be like, whatever, like, they just be like, whatever, I'll take it. And they just, the whole time they're not paying attention. But it's like, you doing that person a disservice, because they can maybe call somebody else
who could actually help, you know. And you're also doing yourself a disservice because you didn't want to listen to it. Like, don't listen to people that you don't want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? And you don't necessarily have to be rude about it, but just, you know what, I'm not ready for this today, so catch me on another day.
Yeah, like, and I think that's what starts the disconnected friendships too. It's just like, now I'm not answering your call because I know when you call me, I got anxiety because I'm like, you about to just start screaming and I don't even want to hear none of this.
You about to tell me all about your life and I didn't ask.
Exactly. Like, man, let me tell you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, the more that I talk to you, it's like the more that you get comfortable being able to just call on the random and be like, man, I'm just going to dump real quick, and then I'm going to get off the phone, and then they don't even ask you how your day went. They don't ask you what your name is. Like, do you know your name right now? Are you awake? Like, what are you doing?
You would be surprised at how often I hear about stuff like this. You would be so surprised. Yep.
Man, I've gone through it with a bunch of people, and I'm just like, I'm not answering that call because I know what it is. Like, it's anxiety on the phone waiting for me, and I'm not doing it. Like, you just can't do that. Like,
I'm so weak. People be so inconsiderate.
No, for real. Like,
so
people really get comfortable in just knowing they have unlimited amount of access to you. And I think that's why I'm loving COVID at the same time. Because I'm like,
yes,
you can't even touch me. Like, you can't even come close to me because we got to set stuff up virtually. Like, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm going to come in and hang out with you, bro. Or I'm like, you're not coming in this house without several COVID tests. You quarantining for a month. My mom ain't having it.
Right.
Like, you ain't coming. You probably won't even get in the house. You probably get in the little door and you could just say what's up like this.
Yeah.
But I love that people have to respect boundaries, and they have to know now, like, I gotta come correct because my life could be on the line with this and stuff like that.
Yep. And also with that, and like even with COVID, a lot of people's, I guess, social batteries have. Well, I'm gonna say mine. My social battery has been like next to 0. But it's also important for your friends to understand that.
Yeah.
So the friends that I do talk to or do text on a regular basis we don't text each other like clockwork.
Yes.
And we don't get offended that we don't get a response. You know what I mean? Like, it's just having a understanding with that.
Yeah, because if you're solidified in the relationship that you said that you guys have, then if I don't text you back, then you like, oh, that's just them being them, or they're busy, or they just don't want to talk.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Like, I'll talk to you in a couple of days. I'll talk to you tomorrow, like something like that.
Yeah.
I think we should all get out of that notion of, oh, we have to talk every day.
Yeah.
We have to talk every week. Like, nah, some of the best friendships be the ones to be like, I ain't talking to you
Exactly.
I ain't talking to you in 2 months. Bro, what's going on? Like, now we got something to talk about. Because I'm like, we talk every day, ain't nothing to talk about. You see the game last night? Yeah. You see he had 40? Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. And he's like, all right, cool. And he's like, what you doing? Playing the game? You about to hop on? Yeah. Alright, we get on the game.
I'm so weird.
Like, it's the same stuff over and over. Like, there's nothing really going on in your life. If you ain't calling me every day talking about, bro, I just found another way to make $1 million, I don't want to talk to you every day. I don't want to talk every day.
That's facts.
Like, that's my mindset. Because I'm like, I got a business. If you don't have a business, then you don't understand my day per se.
Yeah.
Like, you think I'm just waking up. Okay, Mike just waking up. He probably record some, drop some, edit some, and it's over. Yeah. Nah, that's not what I'm doing. Like, that's not the process. And yeah, people just, it's the audacity and the entitlement for me.
It's the entitlement for me.
Cause
it's the entitlement for me.
How do you like?
How are you entitled to my time?
Yeah, like, and then people really get offended. Like, so you're gonna be on Instagram. That's the one I've been getting a lot. They like, how you posting but you ain't responding to my text? I'm like I am right now. Like, I'm looking at your text as it pops up and I'm not responding.
Right.
Because that's my prerogative. That's my choice. I have that ability to do that. Like, and I'm not being mean.
Yeah.
I just don't got time for it right now.
It just is, it is what it is. And I feel like people should just take that for face value without getting so offended. Like, it's no reason to be offended because everybody is living their own lives. Yeah. Like, you are not the center point for somebody else's life. And that's okay. Be the center point for your life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. So.
I think friends are funny.
Do your friends know that they're categorized? Like, do they know it's like, all right, like, this, you my closest friend, and they know you just my go out friend. Like, I'm not calling you for nothing else. Or is it just kind of like, no, we just friends. Like, they don't know, but I know.
Nah, I don't ever tell anybody they're categorized. I don't ever let them know that they're categorized. Except for people that I work with, like, they know that they're work. That it's like work friends. Like, if I introduce them, like, if I feel like they would know who they are by the way that I introduce them. Like, I'm like, hey, this is my friend so and so, or hey, this is so and so, without, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's how you introduce people and how they, I don't know, but I don't tell nobody. Man, I feel like that can create problems. I don't tell nobody, because then they might feel some type of way. I'm like, you don't need to feel some type of way. It's a conversation that's not necessary. Yeah. Like, we can have it if it's necessary, but it's not always necessary to have. You know? I don't know. I don't tell nobody. So, do you be telling your friends? I was just curious.
Yes and no. Yes and no. It's sometimes it's known without being said. Oh, okay. But a lot of times, quick over here nod his head. But a lot of times it's like, I might say and be like, all right, like, they'd be like, why didn't you call me? I'm like, because I don't need you for that. Like, I'll be like, I don't need you for that. Yeah. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't need you to do that. I need you to do this. I need your energy to go here. Because if it's over here, I can't get what I need here. So it's more so like that. I'm not one of those people to just be like, I ain't calling you whenever I need something. Like, you ain't reliable. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing like that. Right. Because I'm like, okay, that's just hurtful and that's rude. But
I think that might be different between guys and girls, men and women. That might be different for like our friendships because I don't know. With women, I think we're naturally more nurturing, so we're more likely to want to fulfill certain roles.
Yeah.
But then you also have like the going out friend that just knows she's the going out friend and accepts that and just embodies that because that's what she does. You know what I mean? That might be the difference. Sometimes guys actually want to be a little bit more and they don't know how to do it. Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm thinking about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I have a lot of guy friends just be like, I don't want to say they get to be female sometimes, but guys really like their emotions come out with other guys just in different ways. So like even with hooping, bro, you really gonna pick him over me? Like we go back 10 years, and I'm like, bro, it don't got nothing to do with I'm liking you over him. I just want to win. Like, why are we taking this so serious? Like, nah, bro, that's fake. That's flawed. And it'd be like,
oh my gosh.
Now we in this awkward position. Like, it's like, bro, next time you see me in the gym, I better be your first pick. We not cool no more. It's like, all right, okay, bro. We just gonna lose 50 games today when we play.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like dudes' emotions.
There are men like that in this world.
They're really, I'm telling you. And this is the men that you would never even think. You'd be like, you're offended?
Sometimes it's the biggest dudes. You wouldn't expect it.
Exactly, the dude. Yo, what's good, bro? Nah, bro, you ain't gonna try me. And then they jump. Oh, so they voice get all high. So you weren't even gonna pick me up? Like that's what you was gonna do? You're not even gonna pick me. Alright, bro. Alright.
Oh.
Like.
Oh my god.
That's what it is.
I have 2 people in my mind. That's why I'm laughing so hard.
I got like 5 people in my mind. I'm just like, yeah,
oh my gosh.
That's them.
Oh my gosh, the emotions.
Yeah.
Which is healthy, but not like that though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, not like that. It's like it don't got nothing to do with hooping. Like you taking it to a whole nother level. Like I'm trying to win. I'm gonna pick strategically. Like I'm not gonna just pick somebody just because my homeboy. It's like you'll go in the gym and be playing somebody and you'll lose with all 5 of your homeboys.
I'm trying so hard not to cry.
Bruh, I'm telling you, people is something, yo.
Oh my god. Oh.
Do women do that? Like, do women be like, girl, why you ain't calling me? You know I'd have been there.
Yes, they do.
Gosh.
My friends don't do that because I don't associate with people like that.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that actually comes, I think, out of like an insecurity of something, like they're not secure in you guys' friendship or something like that. So I really try not to deal with people like that because I don't have the mental capacity to coddle an adult.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not always the most, like I can't be the friend to text you 24/7. I can't do it.
Yep.
I can't do it. Even like if you expect a response in like 5 minutes, you're gonna get mad at me. I'm just not that type of person.
Do you see it and you like, I'm gonna wait?
Yeah. So sometimes I see it and like I'm busy, so I can't get to it right then. And then sometimes I like had my head in something else, so I can't mentally deal with it at that moment. So I have to wait. So I can give you a proper response. And then sometimes I just don't necessarily have my phone on me all the time. I have it on me a good deal of the time, but not all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't see it for like an hour.
Yeah, I'm that friend that like when you text me, if it's not like something I could just a quick response, I'll look and be like, okay, I get it in 15, or like I'll get it in 20. I'm like the game on. I get it at halftime.
Yeah.
Like I get it at halftime. Like, and if you call me after I didn't respond to your text, unless it's urgent,
yeah,
I won't respond. Or I won't answer it because I'm not responding for a reason. Like clearly I'm busy or I'm ignoring you. Like no offense.
Yeah,
but
no, that's facts.
No,
yeah, like I don't want to right now, and that's okay. Like you that's okay. You just you don't have to respond to people all the time. Like it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot to deal with.
And I feel like as long as you have that conversation, like I can't really, like, I just didn't have the capacity for it. Instead of you just ignoring people, you were just ignoring people, you're wrong. Because it's like, you need some type of explanation if you're calling this person a friend, because that's actually a bond or relationship.
Right. But it's not nice to just ignore people. Don't be mean. That's rude. Sometimes I just forget. Like, I'll see it and read it and then forget to respond.
I didn't understand that until now. Like, I literally, people be like 8 hours later and I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I literally am. Like, I'll open it and then something will happen. My phone will go black and then I'll see a whole bunch of other texts. I'm like, oh, let me get this.
Yep. And
then I'm thinking the whole time, such and such, and he texts me back.
Yep.
I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, how you call me asking me for something and then I'm like, oh,
I didn't text
back. Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah, I do that all the time to my friends. I'm really grateful that they don't get upset with me, because it will be days, and I'm like, dang, they didn't text me back, and then I go and I look, I'm like, hey girl, my bad, I forgot to text you back, but yeah.
Me again.
You know, like, my bad, girl. Yeah, I do that all the time. I'm surprised people like me, because I can't. Like this, after this, I probably won't want to do anything else for the rest of the day. Like, this is like my social.
Nah, for real.
This is it.
This is it. Like, and that's how I feel, because people like, I was talking about something on the podcast, and then I said, oh, I'm an introvert naturally, but, you know, you can't have a podcast and be an introvert.
Yeah.
Like, be under the covers, like, like no video, no sound, no nothing. Like, cool. So I'm like, I have to be extroverted in some instances, and people just like, you're such an extrovert, like, blah, blah. I'm like, no. When I do an interview, the next place I go is to get some food, and I'm going to the bed.
Yes.
Like,
and then I go do this.
Yes. And I'm like, don't bother me. I'm done. Like, I did my little 2-hour session. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Time to go to something else where I could just decompress.
Exactly.
So
yeah, the social capacity is not it for me. I don't have it anymore, especially with COVID. Like, I'm not required to go anywhere, so I don't. Like, I'm not forcing to be with anybody. I'm not. I ain't got it.
Yeah.
I ain't got it.
And I'm not taking that risk either. Like, because you just don't know where people have been either.
Right.
It's like
I pick and choose the things that I want to do and want to partake in, because no, why do I need to go outside today? Why do I need to see this person today?
And I was struggling, like, in the beginning. I was just like, I can't be in here all day, every day. But it's like, all right, I get my little outing. I gotta run to the store. I gotta go get gas. Like, I gotta go do this.
Yeah.
Once I do that running around, I'm like, okay, I'm
satisfied.
good. Yeah, I'm good for a couple of days. Like,
I
just be in the car, and I'm like, why do I still have my mask on in the car? Like, I'm the only person in here.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? But that's my little whatever for the day, and I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, I was social today. Like, I saw people today. That's it.
Especially Target.
Oh yeah.
In and out of Target, and you're like, I'm satisfied. Like, I got stuff.
So many vibes in Target.
Yeah.
So many vibes in Target.
Yeah.
But last question is, what is the benefit of knowing what type of friends you have?
Oh, I think a benefit of knowing the type of friends you have, or the people that are around you, is that you don't expect too much from certain people. Like, you know almost what to expect from people.
Yeah.
When you know who they are, and you already know what you're going to get from them.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives you a sense of control. And I was trying to think of another way to say that, because I don't actually like how that sounds.
Yeah, maybe like a sense of balance, or like.
No, because it is control.
Yeah,
I was just it gives you a sense of control, because you can kind of control your
boundaries.
Yes, you can control your boundaries. You can control the social settings that you put yourself in. I didn't want to say control, because when I think of control, I think of like a control freak.
Yeah.
Which is like not necessarily good, but it gives you get some sort of comfort in that. And when you have that place of comfort that you know is stability
there
is the word. When you have that stability, you're more comfortable in venturing out in other ways. So I think that's that's a benefit. You have that stability, you have that comfort zone that you know it is what it is. So you're more free to explore other avenues and do other things that you want to do because you know that that's always going to be there. You know what I mean?
And I think another one would be you're not suffering. Like, you know what type of friends you have, like, so you know where to go for what you need. So it's never like a blurred line or like, all right, like, I gotta figure it out. Like, let me just call around and let me vent like 3 different times and see where I get it from.
So that's true. You know exactly what you're gonna get from people. You know what you need, and you know who to get it from that you need.
Exactly. If it's like, I don't want the truth, let me not call this guy, or let me not call her. Like, I just want to vent. Let me call him. Like, I know for sure. Like, he just gonna be like, yeah, bro, that's crazy. Like, crazy. Yeah, they did what? That's wild. Like, that's all I need for right now.
Right.
When I want some truth, I come to somebody else.
That's true.
But
yeah, I had this one. I don't know. I'm gonna say it. I had this one friend who was having this issue with somebody that she was dealing with at the time, and she hit me up and was venting. So I had to ask, because this was a cycle. I'm like, do you want to vent or do you want a solution? Because I provided solutions, and she didn't listen to my solutions. And she said, no, I want your solution. So I was back to back. I was shooting them off. I'm like, okay, you can do that. Okay, you can do this one, this one, this one, and this one. You have options. None of those work. It's just the worst. I don't know what to do. I'm like, all right. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That is so triggering. Like,
and I didn't really talk to her much after that.
Yeah, like that's
like, I don't know what you want me to do.
If I
that's all you're calling me for, and you don't want me to help.
If you keep asking me for solutions and I keep giving you solutions and you never take any, I'm not ever giving you solutions again.
Because that's not what you want from me. Like, be honest with you. Like, what do you want me to do? Be honest with you. Like, do you actually want that?
Exactly.
Or do you really just want to talk and sit in your problem? Because if that's the case, I'll let you do that. That's not my business.
And that's the thing. It's like, at the end of the day, I'm going to give you a solution. And the first thing I'm going to ask you is, what do you want to do? So I can filter my options to you based off of what you want to do. And I'll maybe give you an option of something that you don't want to do, but that you could do so that you still have some, diversity in it. But don't sit there in your problem, just be like, whatever. If you want to sit in your problem, then you just call me to vent. So I'm going to listen to you vent and don't expect much feedback, but yeah, I understand. I get that. Yeah, that's all I can give you for real. Because what can I say? I can ask you questions, but
yeah, man, what you want me to do?
What you want me to do? And people just like, no, I called you for a reason. Yeah, you're just asking the wrong reason. You know what you want.
Right.
You know what you want.
You want me to tell you that's what you just sit in it. That's fine.
Exactly.
That's fine.
And I'm not gonna, if I don't agree with you, I'm not gonna confirm it. I'm gonna just say, is that what make you happy? Go with that.
Yes.
I don't agree with you, and I don't have to tell you that I don't agree with you because you're not asking me for that.
Yeah.
You're asking me to basically listen to you. So I'm like, okay, cool, I can do that.
Yeah,
all I gotta do is listen. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get the main points, a little bit of the details, sprinkle it on top. Oh, that's what you want? Here you go.
Okay.
All right, give it right back to you. All right, hit me on the flip.
Oh, man.
That's exactly how it goes.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that because, I don't know, it came up.
It's definitely relevant. It's definitely relevant. We all got a friend like that. Or had a friend like that. So, closing out, I gotta give you a scenario.
Okay.
So, my scenario to you is you're going on vacation. You can only bring 3 things outside of your basic amenities. So, like, clothes, whatever, like deodorant, like stuff for hygiene. What 3 things are you taking?
Okay. On vacation? Does the vacation place matter?
You're going on a deserted island.
On an island?
A deserted island, and you're the only person on there, and the island is only as big as this room.
Oh, wait. Okay. And outside of all of my basic needs that I get to bring anyway, I would bring a book. I don't know which book. I don't have a favorite book at the moment. I would bring The Coldest Winter Ever because that is my favorite book of all time.
Mm-hmm. By who?
Sister Soldier. So she actually has a sequel to that coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it came out already. That's besides the point. I would bring The Coldest Winter Ever. I would bring. Does my phone count for music?
It's not a basic amenity, so.
Oh, okay. So I'd bring my phone
Mm-hmm.
because that has my Apple Music up there,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes I like to vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I would bring. Is food a basic amenity?
Yeah.
Okay. I was saying I bring all the food in the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
What else would I bring? I would bring a puzzle.
Really?
I would bring a really big puzzle. Yeah,
So-
I like doing puzzles.
So a book, a puzzle,
And my phone.
and your phone.
Yep.
Hmm.
I'd be satisfied. I don't necessarily need a chair. I can use the leaves for shelter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
I mean, you got a house on the vacation. So.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, you good. You got a house.
Oh,
on the
yeah, that's
vacation.
all I need then.
You got a bed and
Yep.
a fridge then. So.
Puzzle, music. Yep, and my phone. I mean, puzzle, music, and a book. Yep. That's it. I'd be satisfied.
Yeah, I think one of mine was extra snacks. I need more food than what you provided because I need options.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so closing out, appreciate Miss Ashley, CEO of Nude Essentials, for being on here. You can
Thank
follow
you so
her
much for
at-
having me.
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Gotta have you on again.
Yeah.
So we can follow you at.
Okay, so on Instagram, the Ashley Tamara.
Mhm.
I'm also on TikTok, but I'm not active on TikTok. But you can follow me on TikTok. YouTube, the Ashley Tamara. That's my channel.
Mhm.
You can follow my businesses at Shop Nude Essentials on Instagram and at Shop Royal Loungewear on Instagram. And the websites are in those bios.
Mhm.
So, shop. Is that it? Yes. I had to think. I had to make sure. Yeah, that's all of my social medias, all of my websites. So you guys can follow me there. Stay tuned. I got new things coming all year. So keep up
Shop
with me.
Nude Essentials for sure. They
Yes.
work. I use their products now. So
Get you some.
Get you some.
Yeah, right.
But it's another episode. I'm Mike the Young OG. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow the podcast page at RAPORCAP podcast on Instagram. If you're following on Twitter, remove the T and add the 1. And y'all tell me and Ashley if we rapping and capping.
Bye.